Gen Z did not randomly decide that they hate working. They watched their parents sacrifice their health, their relationships, and their entire lives for companies that still replaced them without hesitation. So when Gen Z was offered that same version of success, they looked at the price that came with it and they said, "You can have all of it. We are good. We don't want none of that shit."
I hate the what's your dream job question because I will never dream of having a job. I will only ever dream of not having to work at all. Even if I enjoy what I'm doing at work, it does not matter. If I'm doing it because I'm at work, for some reason I will hate it. So I will never have a dream job. I'll only either have jobs that I can tolerate or jobs that I can despise. I think this applies for literally everyone trying to be a content creator too, because there's a good reason why a lot of streamers say they don't work a real job, because they probably actually enjoy themselves, and if you're enjoying yourself, then the job probably isn't jobbing correctly. They probably haven't cut your cost yet. I know this is really cynical, but it's kind of like the only outlook I can have. I don't dream of having a job ever.
What's my dream job, motherfucker? There is no dream job. I should strangle you for that shit. My dream is sitting on my fucking couch watching TV, doing fucking nothing all day like I've been doing. I will never get a fucking job. Who do you think you are?
What's your dream job? No job. No job at all. Like, the job where you don't work. You just live life. Yeah.
I don't know how to break it to you guys, but just because I'm smart and I worked hard in school and I got multiple degrees and I can do the work doesn't mean that I actually want to work hard. I did that in school. I did that to get the degrees. And at this point, I would much rather open a little bakery, work at a little coffee shop, own a cute little e-commerce business, make my money, and be cute and unbothered. Say it again for the people in the back. Just because I'm smart doesn't mean that I want to work hard. That's all.
People will see a younger worker say something like this and immediately call this generation lazy. Because honestly, us Gen Zers have been working our butts off just to try and stay afloat. So I know it's not the case, but maybe they are just afraid of becoming exactly like their parents. Now, what do I mean by this? As someone that is Gen Z, right? I'm 25 years old. I was born in 2001. As many Gen Zers, we have probably grew up watching our parents come home exhausted. Okay. I know I did. They saw, missed birthdays. They saw canceled vacations. They saw late nights and parents who were physically home, but not, mentally there. They were mentally still at work. I mean, the kids are going to notice regardless when the job receives the happiest and most energetic version of their parents. And the family just ends up receiving whatever is left over. Sometimes it's nothing at all. I mean, imagine watching your parents give decades of loyalty to a company only for that company to remove them during a 10-minute meeting. Then somebody will just expect you to believe that working harder will generate a different ending. Gen Z is not refusing to learn from older generations at all. But we have learned the lesson perfectly, okay? You guys, you older generations have led by example, and we have learned from you guys perfectly, okay? We learned not to do what you did.
So at 35, I realized something. If I didn't make a change, my body wasn't going to make it to 40. I worked hard, but at what cost? I've missed birthdays, holidays, little moments with my family. My body's breaking down on me. For what? A paycheck that's never even guaranteed. All it takes is one decision from the higher up, and I'm gone.
What did you have to sacrifice to build a $100 million company?
I never saw my kids wake up. I never saw them go to bed. I worked 6 days a week. I took Sundays off to take a nap. My wife over here said that everybody said, "Did you hire him for Facebook? Because we've never met your husband. Because all he does is work." So I think I sacrificed a lot of my children's youth, but now they're teenagers and I'm there every day. So it's cool.
Bro, I think as a parent, the older your kids get, the harder it is to leave them when you have to go to work or you just have to do stuff. I feel like it's low-key easy when they're a toddler because they don't really know. It sucks leaving them and you want to spend time with them. But, right now, my son, he's going to be 4, so he's at that age where he kind of realizes. And he'll ask me questions like, "Dad, do you wish, work was closed so you can be with me all day?" Or, "Dad, when you off again?" Bro, that stuff's tough. It's so hard to be, tell him why and be "Oh, we need money. This is what we got to do." But, and I don't even work that much. I work, 40 hours a week, and I see him every day, so I couldn't imagine working longer, like going out of town, doing all that stuff, bro. But yeah, it's definitely harder. So if you're going through the same thing, hang in there, do what you can. Remember, it's for the bigger purpose, that as long as you use the time that you do have with them, and remember, you're doing something right because they want to be with you.
What is the biggest mistake that you have made in your life that you have learned a valuable lesson from?
Working crazy hours and life when I was younger, and not really getting total enjoyment out of my kids when they were younger, traveling too much and working too long hours. That's a regret.
So looking back, what would you have done differently? Like, let's say someone is,
Probably
around
more
that
family
age.
time and less work time.
If you could give one piece of advice to someone younger than you, what would you say?
Make sure you do what you enjoy doing. Don't just get a job. Have a passion for what you do.
And once they had stopped believing in company loyalty, the promotion stopped looking like a reward as well. Previous generations were taught that becoming a manager meant that you had made it, okay? But younger workers look at these managers and they see more stress, they see more meetings, more responsibility, and barely enough additional money to justify any of the tasks that they are doing, okay? Like, it's just not worth it. All right. I remember working at Taco Bell. It was one of my first jobs. I remember seeing a manager and just like it just scared me so badly, man. It was terrible. Not because he had a job, right? Like there's nothing wrong with having a job, but I knew that like whatever that person ended up like was not for me. Okay. I saw how he looked. I saw how wrinkly he was in the face. He was just stressed out of his mind. You could see in his eyes. He was a different color in the face. Like it was nothing that he could do. And I refused to end up like that. And I don't think that is a fear of responsibility either. That is somebody just doing the math. If the promotion gives you twice the pressure, but only slightly more money, what exactly did you win? And companies will often promote somebody, give them a new title, increase their workload, and then expect gratitude because, the email signature changed a little bit. A promotion should improve your life, right? It shouldn't simply improve the company's access to you. This is why Gen Z is not necessarily trying to reach the top of somebody else's company anymore. They are trying to build a life that still belongs to them.
Can we normalize the fact that everybody doesn't want to be in leadership? Like just because someone does their job very, very well, you don't have to put them in a leadership role. That may not be the life that they want for themselves. I like my balance. I don't want to manage all these dusty employees, okay? Because everyone will be fired.
We've got to normalize allowing people to come into work, do their job, and go home. And it's okay. It is honestly okay if they don't want to be somebody important, if they don't want to be the boss. Okay, let's say they're getting a decent enough paycheck. Maybe they like their manager and maybe even their coworkers, right? All in all, everything's easy peasy, smooth sailing. Just maybe they value other important things outside of, their job. Maybe it's, like having kids, traveling, starting their own business. Becoming the next big thing sometimes requires you to have more responsibility. Your manager's now asking you, pay later after work. You're getting all these projects. You may have to take notes on the playbacks app during meetings. It's okay to not want to be the next big thing. It's okay that people actually want to just do the job they were hired to do and go home.
I fully support anyone who wants to climb down the corporate ladder. Middle management has become the worst job, and nobody's talking about it. Leadership expects loyalty. Your team expects honesty, and you're stuck in the middle. You're in back-to-back meetings all day long, explaining decisions you didn't make, absorbing frustrations from the people above you and below you. And the best part is the pay. I was given 7 more direct reports and more responsibility, and I said, okay, what's the extra pay? And they said, we don't future pay. Okay, well, you don't present pay either. So what's my incentive? More people, more pressure, more responsibility, no authority, and the same paycheck. Thank you. And then companies wonder why nobody wants to be a manager. So if you're offered this role, ask yourself if this is actually a step up or if this is a trap. Managers, did I miss anything?
I mean, what if I don't want to live the way you live?
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody wants this.
Oh my God, I hate being a manager. Do you want to know why? Because I get to see everyone's April 20th PTO days roll in, and I just approve them. And I can't participate. But also I'm gonna give you some advice because it's kind of pissing me off. April 20th is in 4 days. You're putting in your PTO now? You knew you were gonna take it off in January. Put in the time in January. No one gives a shit. I don't give a fuck. But I do need you to do your work. And give me some fucking heads up so I can find someone to help.
People assume that Gen Z lacks ambition because they do not want a traditional career path. But many younger workers are still very much ambitious. Their ambition just does not belong entirely to their employer. I mean, for previous generations now, success often meant a large house, an impressive job title, and just always being busy. For Gen Z, at least for us, success might mean, you're paying the bills, controlling, your time for yourself, protecting your mental health, and actually being present for the people that you love. And that is not giving up whatsoever. That is asking whether the reward is worth the sacrifice. Because you can earn more money, of course. You can rebuild a career, absolutely. You can find another job any day of the week, but you cannot recover 20 years of missed evenings, family dinners, birthdays, and memories.
I read an article about the rise of career minimalism, and I thought to myself, yeah, this 100% makes sense. Career minimalism is a Gen Z mentality where your identity is detached from work, and instead you pursue hobbies, relationships, passions for purpose and meaning. As a millennial who's been working for 8 years, I think Gen Z is onto something. Millennials were raised on this formula: get good grades, go to college, work hard, get a job, climb the ladder, buy a house, start a family, and then you'll be fulfilled and happy. But that version of success doesn't exist anymore. Housing is unaffordable. AI is wiping out entire job markets. People have massive student loan debts. And I think people are finally starting to ask, wait, is this even making me happy? I've been reflecting on what success looks like for me, and I realized that my career and my financial wealth are only one part of the picture. I think that's the point of career minimalism. It's not that you don't care about your job or making money. It's about including emotional, physical, and mental health in addition to financial wealth in your version of success. I think a lot of people are feeling this way, so if you relate, you're not alone and you're not crazy. And if you feel similarly, I have been documenting what I've been doing with my free time outside of work to help me have a more fulfilling and sustainable life.
I have a low-income job, but a high-quality life. I have a college degree, and I could definitely be making more money. But my full-time low-income job has offered me several benefits that I cannot pass up. I have great flexibility, which means that I can do things like go to the store on my lunch break, and I have lots of downtime to explore additional income sources like creating these little silly TikTok videos. I have great work-life balance. This job that I have is a very low-pressure job, which means that I can pursue my interests, passions, and relationships outside of work. I love to travel, and asking for time off is not a big deal, and it's one of the reasons why I've stuck with this job for 5 years. I don't have to worry about asking for too much time off, and I love that flexibility. My overall well-being is better too. Both my physical and mental health has improved so much, and my low-income job aligns with my simple living lifestyle. Even though I have a low-income job and could definitely be making more money at a different job, I feel fulfilled and rich in other ways that some people might not understand.
It just picked up. Are you gonna stay later tonight? No, I'm not. No. 3 people called off tonight. We're about to be short-staffed. Well, you're about to be even shorter because I'm off in about 10 minutes, so... Yikes! Hey, can I ask you something? What's up? I was wondering... Wait, let me guess. Can I stay later tonight? You already know the answer, so stop. Stop playing games. Hey, what are you up to tonight? I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna go see a movie tonight. Hear me out. What if instead of the movie you helped us close? Okay, now I know I'm definitely gonna go see a movie tonight. Because there's no way I'm staying here. It feels like you never want to stay late. Yeah, well, what do you expect? I have a life. Yeah, but you could stay later sometimes and help out. So why don't you work me longer hours? Because there's no guarantee it'll be busy. Really?
I had this thought that maybe the older generation needs to hear. I get all the time whenever I'm at work, people are like, oh man, you must hate doing that. Oh wow, this must suck. I can't believe you have to be here all day doing that. And I just gotta say, I don't hate it. Like, I don't hate stocking shelves. I don't hate working. I don't hate doing what I'm doing. I actually don't really mind it. It's you that I don't like. Really just the people that make it the worst jobs in the world. And I think people just have that in mind, that we just hate working. No, I just hate all of you. And if none of you were there, my job would actually be pretty okay. But I understand you guys need to be there for the store to be open.
I think in America, we accumulate success to having a lot of money and being financially well off. This perpetuates a very individualistic society and continues to fuel capitalism. The idea that success is tied to money keeps people in this hamster wheel of achieving this American dream. But I don't think that it's money that people actually want. When you think about success, I think the first thing that people think about is being able to do what they want, to not have to answer to a boss, to take trips without asking off, and being able to pursue your passions without worrying about if the bills are going to get paid. But when you think about it that way, success isn't actually tied to money. Success is about having freedom and sovereignty over your life. And it's the reason why I became a digital nomad. I'm literally sitting here in Hawaii working on my balcony right now, and I didn't have to take off work. Maybe success is actually freedom.
To close it off, man, I just want to say this. We have watched our parents spend their entire lives proving their loyalty to companies, okay? And we watched those companies prove that the loyalty was never a mutual agreement. So, no, we do not automatically want the promotion, okay? We do not want the title because society says moving upward, it's the only definition of progress. We are not afraid of hard work whatsoever. Shoot, I'm working hard right now. But we are afraid of waking up one day and realizing that we have worked hard for everything except our own lives. We worked our butts off making someone else rich, and we got the crumbs to just keep on working and not progress upward in our own lives. We did not give up on success, okay? We just stopped letting these corporations define what success really means.